Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Moshe, and I'm here to tell you guys about 6-2 profile, human design. I'm a 6-2 profile manifester, splenic authority, inner authority. I want to talk about the three phases of 6-2 profile. They come in three phases. The first phase is from 1 to 30, and that's called the trial and error. The second one is on the roof, when you go out and lick your wounds, and then in 50 you get off the roof, and that's when you come in and people will seek you out. So the first part about 6-2 is all about trial and error. You try something and it doesn't work. You try something again, it doesn't work. So the first 30 years of life, basically what happens is the universe and the world and everything around you kicks you in the head, and it hurts. It really hurts. I'm laughing now because I'm past it, but I wasn't laughing too much when I was my first 30 years. Everything I tried turned into garbage. It didn't work well. Nothing worked well. Nothing worked well, you know. Accidents, jail time, divorce, many terrible relationships. Couldn't get along with people. I had a terrible relationship with my father. It was a big struggle. We only got along with each other after like 33, after I got married and had a first child. So yeah, it just when we try something and it doesn't work, actually it's a good thing, because we know that the next time we don't need to do that. We can try something else, and that already, bypass many things by doing that. Okay, but at the time that I went through it, I didn't know it. I didn't know that I was about human design. I don't think it existed at that time yet. And so if I had known it, it would have been easier. I could have just kicked back and realized that this time will pass and things will get better. But I didn't at that time. So everything I tried didn't work out. And if you ask my friend, because 6-2 is on one side, you're a hermit. I'm a hermit. I can hang out by myself, no problem. And the other side is a role model. And if you ask my friends, when I was growing up, my first 30 years of my life, if you ask them, is Moshe, what about Moshe? Is he a role model? Are you kidding? Anything but a role model. Drug dealer, selling, doing drugs, doing all kinds of stuff like that. It was just terrible things, And I always thought that, I never thought that I had a strong willpower. But now I realize my heart is defined, which means I have a strong willpower, and I love myself unconditionally. I didn't know at that time, so I questioned my love for myself, and I questioned my willpower, because every time there was a drug in front of me, I would just do it. I would just do everything to get the drug, to numb myself. I was numbing myself. I didn't want to listen to things. I was hurting really deeply, and one of the things is also part of it is my father was an Auschwitz Holocaust survivor, so. It was really difficult, and so we were brought these things down from my father, and without him meaning it, because he didn't know it himself. He was also hurting a lot, going through some really bad stuff when he was a kid. And so, I was downing myself all the time. I don't down myself anymore. I'm so not like that. But trying to numb all the hurt and the feelings that I had was just a way for me to cope with things, and it was easier for me to cope with things like that. Just take a pill or do some drugs or do some acid or do whatever it was, and it was just okay, and didn't have to think about it, didn't have to feel it, just bypass that feeling. But now I realize it, but it's okay. So that's the first part of the 6-2 profile, is that we go through all these things, and because that's what the universe had brought us here to, because in order for us to understand and be able to teach other people about things, as being a role model in the later end of my life, then the only way to do that is to feel and to go through all this terrible things in order to feel it. And once you feel it, then it becomes different. It becomes a different point of thing, and then you can understand how you can help people and teach people these things. So this is the first part, and stick around. I'll do the second part and the third part.